Hello and welcome back to a new video here in the Trading for Everyone channel. Today we are going to explain Zelle. Zelle is an application that you can download if you live in the United States. If you have a bank account in the United States, you can use this service. Zelle born as a response from the banks to PayPal in order to improve the bank system in the United States, so you can transfer straight away to anyone that has a bank account in the United States in an easy and fast way. First, you have to enroll in Zelle using your email or your mobile number registered in the United States. You enter the Zelle account and pick your bank. After that, you select the person you want to pay, write it down the email that the other person has or the mobile number, and you can transfer straight away to that person. So what's the benefit of using Zelle instead of using your normal bank account? You don't have to complete all the bank details, because if you enter the email that is registered in the Zelle account of the other person or the phone number, you can transfer straight away in minutes. You don't have to wait for several days. That normally happens when you transfer from one bank account to another one, and it's free. More than 1,000 banks are already incorporated in the Zelle application, in the Zelle platform, so you can use it and send money straight away to friends at other banks without spending too much time or effort in order to do so. It's important to remember that when you use Zelle to pay someone, after that you can't cancel the transfer, so you have to be sure that you trust the person that you are transferred to, because as I said to you, you can't reverse the transaction. So it's not useful to pay for service or products. It's more useful to transfer to person you know money that you have to send it straight away without waiting too much time. A common question is if Zelle report how much money I received to the IRS, and the response of this is Zelle does not report transactions made on Zelle network to the IRS. The law requirement certain payment network to provide for information reporting does not apply to Zelle network. So everything that is inside Zelle network is not reported to the IRS, but you have to do your own due diligence and report the numbers that you have to in order to avoid problems. How do you know if your bank is included in the Zelle network? Well, you can go to this link, ZellePay-Get Started, and you can search in here if your bank or credit union is incorporated in the Zelle network. There are plenty of them. There are more than 1,000 banks. It's really straightforward to send money to someone using Zelle. You have to open your Zelle account or open your bank account and click on send money using Zelle. Then you pick the person that you want to transfer money, selecting their name, their mobile phone or their email address. Then you select the amount you want to transfer. You click send, and that's it. In just about minutes, the other person is going to receive money. Remember to check that the email address or the phone number is correct, because if you miss one letter or one number and you make a mistake, the money is going to transfer to someone else and you can't reverse the transaction, so you are going to lose the money. Who is the owner of Zelle? Well, the owner is Bank of America, JP Morgan, US Bank and Wells Fargo, so all the big banks in the US works together in order to launch this application, this platform, in order to fight PayPal that was growing at a fast rate, and to connect all the banks in order to make the transfers inside the United States more straightforward, cheaper and faster. It's important to remember that you can't use Zelle to send money overseas. You can't send money internationally, so it only applies to US banks. You need to have a bank account in the USA in order to use Zelle. And in here, we can talk about some frequent asked questions. For example, is there any fees when you send money using Zelle? No, Zelle doesn't charge any fee when you send or receive money, but you have to check in your bank or your credit union if there is any additional fees that your bank is charging you to use Zelle. So you have to be sure of that. What happens if your bank is not supported by Zelle? Well, anyways, you can connect your debit card into your Zelle application and you can still use Zelle application even though if your bank has not an agreement with Zelle. In another video that I leave you below in the description, and in the first comment I will leave you a video explaining step by step how to use Zelle in order to receive or send money, and what you have to do if your bank is not incorporated in the Zelle app. Another one is, as I said before, you can't use Zelle International. You can only use to receive or send money inside United States. Is there a possibility to cancel a payment? No. If the money is already gone from your account to the other account, it's impossible to cancel the payment. The only way that you can cancel a payment is if the other person has not created a Zelle account, so the money still is in your account, so in that case you can cancel the payment. So you have to be sure and check all the details before completing the transaction, because after that it's impossible to cancel the transaction. There is an even better way to avoid using an email or a phone number to avoid mistakes. You can create your own QR code using the Zelle app or using your bank account in order to display that QR code and send it to the other person or show it to the other person, so the other person can scan that QR code and using that code can send you money without having to type any email or a phone number. So in this way you avoid making any mistakes. Remember that most of the banks already has the Zelle integration inside the app. So for most of the banks, the big banks, you don't have to use the Zelle app. You have to go to your bank account, your bank application, and find the place where the Send by Zelle button is. For example, for the JP Morgan Chase Bank, there is a button that says Quick Pay with Zelle. So in this case, you don't have to use Zelle app. You have to use your own bank account, your own bank application, and use this button to send or receive money. If you want to know how to do it, you can look at the video that I leave you in the description, and in the first comment I will leave you a step-by-step guide. Is there a limit on how much money you can send? Yes. That limits depend on your bank. So your bank or credit union is going to define the maximum amount of money that you can send or you can receive in your account using Zelle. And if your bank or credit union does not offer an integration with Zelle, the weekly send limit is $500. So remember to keep in mind always what is the limit in your particular case. Another common question is, can I connect more than one bank account to my Zelle profile? No. You only can choose one bank account. So for example, if you have 2 or 3 bank accounts, you have to select one, and with that bank you will be able to connect to your Zelle application. But once you choose that bank, you can connect another one. So be careful. Select carefully which bank you prefer to use with Zelle. This is the end of the video. We're going to explain in another video a step-by-step guide how to send or receive money. Remember to subscribe, to leave a comment if you have any doubts, or if you want us to analyze another application in the future. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.